My name is Jeff Perrone. I'm supervisor of the Mobile Safety Net team. The Mobile Safety Net team is a basic human needs initiative supported by the John R. O'Shea Foundation. The foundation, about a year and a half ago, felt that they wanted to get a better handle on how communities were responding to an increase in demand for basic human needs services and how their grants were being spent out in the community. So they organized a team of basic human needs providers that eventually became our oversight committee. This oversight committee consists of the City Mission, Catholic Charities, Erie County DSS, Food Bank, Goodwill Industries, Homeless Alliance, Meals on Wheels, Network of Religious Communities, United Way, and the Salvation Army. These groups got together and they formulated a basic framework for what became the Mobile Safety Net team. And how we ultimately do our work is that we have 3 teams that go out into communities in Buffalo, Erie County suburbs, and Niagara County, and they spend about a month or so finding out how that community has been dealing with the current economic condition in our nation, what the organizations in those communities are doing to respond to an increase in demand for their services, how the residents in that community are enduring whatever economic crisis they might be facing, or even if they are facing any. There's some communities in Western New York that on the surface may not be facing these situations, but if we dig deeper, maybe there are some people we can provide some support to. Ultimately, we have 4 different goals. Hopefully for the foundation, what we can do is create a blueprint for the John R. O'Shea Foundation and other foundations and community leaders to direct their funding to areas that need it most in the future, maybe in the next 10 years. We hope to strengthen communities by calling attention to what their needs are, to strengthening them, networking all the organizations and the block clubs and the faith-based groups, all those entities in a community, networking them together to make the community whole and strong and able to face whatever situations they're facing. The organizations that exist in the communities and across the region, we hope to strengthen by networking them all together as well. If one organization needs some support in providing one service, we hope to link them with another organization that does. It's important that every organization that provides basic human needs services, whether it's food, clothing, shelter, health insurance, any of these, that they all know about each other so that if someone comes to them for support, that they know that, all right, we can address this need, but if you have another need, which many times people do, they can direct them into the right place. As I said, the team leaders and their team members will spend about 5 weeks in each community, whether it's Buffalo and Erie County suburbs or Niagara County, and over that 5 weeks they'll identify what the needs of the community are, what organizations are there, how they're responding to the current economic condition. At the end of that 5 weeks, everything culminates with a 3-day community resource event. And this is an opportunity for organizations to get together in a service fair type environment to really reach out to the residents. We try to publicize it to the entire community and hopefully have residents come to this where they can get food assistance, they can sign up for food stamps right at our event, they can get health insurance, support with their rent or mortgage, home repairs, senior services, any kind of services that will help them improve their current condition. We hopefully have at these events. And we've had some great partners over the last 7 or 8 months, including Food for All through the Network of Religious Communities. Fidelis has been wonderful helping people sign up for health insurance. Belmont Shelter Services, Crisis Services, Erie County Department of Social Services and their HEAP outreach program. National Grid has been very supportive in having an advocate at our events to help people with understand programs that are available for assistance with utility payments. For individuals facing domestic violence situations, we've had the Family Justice Center, the YWCA of the Tonawondas, and the Erie County Sheriff's Department Domestic Violence Bureau. Catholic Charities has been great. People Incorporated, Every Woman Opportunity Center has helped women who are getting back into the workplace for the first time. They will provide support, whether it's job search assistance, resume support, a little bit of training, or even if the individual needs clothes for a job interview. Every Woman has been very supportive with that. Angel Food Ministries throughout the region. There's different angel food ministries that provide food not just for people who are low income or on a tight budget, but for anyone. And it's a fee-for program, but it's a great opportunity for a lot of individuals out there. City Mission has been wonderful. Have all the food banks, the food pantries, neighborhood legal services, the Homeless Alliance, and we could go on and on, but we've been very fortunate to work with a lot of great partners, and hopefully we can continue that and work with more in the future. At these community resource events, over the last 8 months, we've worked with between 800 and 1,000 individuals and families, and we hope to follow up with them in the future to make sure that they got with the services that they needed. But some examples of some of the people that did come to our event, there was an elderly couple that came looking for help, whatever help that they could find. The husband has always worked. He worked 30-some years for his employer, and he was recently laid off. And it was the first time that they were in need, and they didn't know what to do, so they came to our events. They were able to talk to a number of agencies to help them with health insurance because they couldn't afford the COBRA, to put food on their table, to help with their mortgage payments. These organizations aren't paying bills, but they're offering programs that are funded through grants and different programs to help people and also help them manage their resources now that they've greatly diminished. There's another example of a young woman who came to one of our events, and she was just about to start college and study business, and she was working part-time, and she was looking for assistance finding business clothes for her future interviews. So we connected her with Every Woman Opportunity Center. But then the more we talked to her, we found out that she was having a lot of difficulty paying for bills and even providing food for her and her family. So she applied for food stamps. We hooked her up with an organization called Consumer Credit Counseling Services of Buffalo. She was able to get health insurance through Fidelis, and because she had no food at the present time, the City Mission had donated a number of bags of food that we could give her so she could at least meet that immediate need until her food stamps and other programs kicked in. There was one example, I believe, was out in Niagara Falls, where some of our team members encountered a family that was living out of a truck. They had no idea what they were doing or what was going to happen to them. They were going to actually lose the truck because they couldn't afford the payments anymore and had nowhere to go from there. So the team leaders were able to inform them about some of our programs. It came out that the husband was in a wheelchair. He had a disability and was in a wheelchair. And they'd been sitting at the DSS offices for hours and hours, most of the day. So the team members called ahead to our event, made sure that all the organizations that this family needed to get through what they were struggling with were at the event. They were able to get an appointment with DSS, find an organization that could repair the father's wheelchair, which had broken, and link with a program that helps them find an apartment and to get settled into their home and pay for some moving expenses. So it was a very distraught family in a very difficult situation, and I think we were able to link them to places that helped them. If there's any one message that really we hope to convey to anyone living in Erie or Niagara County, that if they're having financial problems, whether it's because of homelessness or unemployment or a medical condition or whatever it is, you're not alone. There are hundreds of thousands of individuals across the region that are in a similar situation. There's no reason to be embarrassed by this. There's no reason to be ashamed or to think that you don't deserve the support. Right now, what's important is to help you provide for your family and help you get through what it is that you're getting through, so that you can get on with your life and you can find your job and you can keep your home and you can keep your family well.